What's going on, guys? Warcraft. The movie inspired by Warcraft and World of Warcraft, the online games, is hitting theaters. Are you excited about it? If you're like me, you don't know a lot about Warcraft. So today, that's why we're asking our guests to please explain Warcraft. And we have an awesome couple of folks to talk about Warcraft with us. First, she's a writer on MTV's upcoming Mary and Jane, and she's co-host of the Bunker Buddies podcast, and she's actually producing a documentary about World of Warcraft. Andy Bolt, he is a writer for Comedy Central's At Midnight, and he's the co-host, man, this is serious nerd cred. He's the co-host of a Dragon Ball Z podcast called Krillin' It with Iffy and Danny. Iffy Wadaway, thanks for being here, man. First off, right off the bat, Warcraft, what's the difference between Warcraft and World of Warcraft?
World of Warcraft takes place after Warcraft. All three of them.
So it takes place in a world called Azeroth, am I correct on that?
Yes.
Yes.
And I imagine when I picture Warcraft, orcs versus humans, an epic battle. Tell me about that. Is it all orcs versus humans?
The thing that's kind of cool is that I never played Warcraft. I've only played World of Warcraft. And so for me, as a World of Warcraft player, I feel like it's almost like a prequel to the game I've been enjoying, because it's kind of the story about how the orcs came to Azeroth. And you know, when you play World of Warcraft, you start in a world where there's all these like spaceships that have just crash landed. It's like Game of Thrones. You could have read all the books, but still you're like, wait, which character is that again? Like, you kind of have to remind yourself, and there's so much lore. It's so dense in a great way because the details are so specific.
I guess that's why people invest so much time into this game. You've already seen the movie, yeah?
Yeah.
Okay, pretend I know nothing, which isn't far from the truth. What do I need to know going in?
Okay, so there's been a common thread amongst all the bad reviews is that a lot of the characters are underdeveloped. If you're a Warcraft fan watching this and you're thinking about going to see the movie, they won't be underdeveloped for you because you put the pieces together in your head. For example, you see the guy using green magic, and then there's blue magic, and it's like, what's the difference? So fel magic is actually this huge deal in the Warcraft universe, because fel magic is kind of what brought both worlds tumbling down.
What is fel magic?
It's like demonic magic.
Okay.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
It's like not friendly, not nice. It's the ugly stuff.
Gotcha. Is there a good magic?
I'd say if we had to
Depends
say
on which side
good.
you're
Yeah.
on. I mean,
Okay.
it's that's the thing in the Warcraft community. There's always like for the Horde or for the Alliance. You know, one is considered evil, like these orcs are like coming in to sort of take, but you kind of sympathize with them because their homeland's being destroyed. They're like refugees a little bit, and they need a place to go.
Yeah, that's not totally an unfamiliar story of aliens trying to co-opt or terraform or something another planet to allow their race to survive.
Yeah.
No one's good, no one's bad. If you're just jumping in, you're going to see Alliance be like, oh, they're the good guys because all the monsters are on the Horde. But at the end of the day, they're just trying to coexist.
Who are the major characters we need to know?
Okay, so you got Duratan, and he's the leader of the Frostwolf clan.
Frostwolf clan.
So
Frostwolf
the
clan.
orcs are actually broken up into multiple different clans, but they've united as the Horde at this point in the movie. Lothar, who's one of the king's like close friends, and he's the main character, and the king isn't. Things that are in the game that are in the movie is going to be Stormwind. You're going to see Ironforge. You're even going to see Black Rock Mountain. It's going to be there.
These are all places?
Oh yeah, so so Stormwind is the human kind of base of operations in the game. Ironforge is where the dwarves live, and Black Rock Mountain is one of the first raids in the game.
Blizzard is so involved with the movie, and the people who like wrote the creative for the game have been involved. So I feel like they're really doing a good job of trying their best to make this to not piss off the Warcraft fans.
If you were to try and unpack all the lore leading up to this fight, the movie would be way too long, and I can tell they have sequels in mind. So I think they're really trying to fit as much in the first movie and give you enough context clues, and then when the second movie comes out, then you're like, okay.
So you talked about some of the good guys. You talked about the evil fel magic.
Yeah.
Are there any bad guys that we should be aware of going on?
Yeah, I think in this movie, it's the orcs are most definitely the bad guys. For now, you're going to see that, they're not all bad. It's just one bad apple who is kind of like oppressing the orcs.
Like
Yeah.
there's people within the orcs being like, you're the bad guy, you're making the bad choices, you're doing terrible things. And it's like, well, technically all of them are bad, but then yeah, it's like you see within them is some orc on orc problems.
Gotcha. You know what? I feel like you're giving me that much more of an understanding of this world. So, for the uninitiated, what's one last thing you might say to get them interested or to get them curious about diving into Warcraft?
I would say it's like Lord of the Rings. Like a lot of people hadn't read the books, and it is an entirely huge world with tons of characters that you might not know, but if you just give it a chance and you want to see a new world and you're like, this doesn't have superheroes in it, it's a whole new world that you can now dive into. So just go in with an open mind.
Okay. Iffy?
Yeah, I think if you're going into this as a neophyte, watch this and focus on the event at hand. Don't wait for resolution on who these characters are, because for quite a few of them, it's not coming. So the best thing you can do is really just focus on the event at hand, focus on the relationships being made, and you'll enjoy it a lot more.
You guys, you got me a little bit excited for this
Yeah.
movie. Are you guys excited for Warcraft? Are you going to go to the theaters and see this movie? Do you play the game? What are you most excited about? What do you hope to see? What are you nervous about? Let us know in the comments section below. And I want to thank my guests.
Yeah.
Andy Bolt, thank you for being here.
Thanks for having me.
Iffy Wadaway. And Andy, before we go, so you're making a documentary about Warcraft?
Yeah, if people want to check out the trailer, they can go to wowmomthemovie.com. And I want to make a documentary that focuses on how gaming actually is a positive thing and can bring people together. And there's a lot of positive things that come out of gaming, and that's what the documentary is about.
Yeah, and taking solace in gaming. And,
Yeah.
and what we were talking about, that escapism.
Yes.
Oh, you guys, one more thing. Comic-Con, it's right around the corner. And we are doing something special. We are offering you the chance to win an all-expense-paid trip to San Diego to hang out with us at our super special Comic-Con event, Screen Junkies Central. All the Screen Junkies team is gonna be there. You could chill with us, hang out, have some good times. So go to screenjunkies.com/Comic-Con for an explanation, the rules, and to enter. Then, I hope to see you down in San Diego at Screen Junkies Central. Thank you for watching. I'm Hal Rudnick. Hit me up on Twitter. Bye-bye.
I just don't want to see another movie about Eric and Charles playing chess again.
But that's the conflict.
Yeah, we've seen the conflict 9 times, over and over and over again. They're shitty friends. We went from dudes who looked like they were about to 69 each other to chess players. I'm tired of it.
What about Gambit?
Gambit.